Hello, welcome to my channel, Danette Gets Creative. My name's Danette, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make these slow stitched trees. I created this triangle by just drawing it on cardboard, and as you can see now I'm going to trace it out once, and I will trace it out a second time. I'm just using a lightweight fabric as my base, and I will be slow stitching on top of it. Now I have the two triangles cut out, and we're going to set one aside, and I've chosen some green Christmas fabrics and some green neutral fabrics that I'm going to lay down on top of the tree and create my collage. Now I've finished laying down the fabrics. I've trimmed around the edge so that I can see the tree shape. And now I've chosen this gold embroidery thread, and I'm going to do running stitch along the whole tree. So just up and down, creating rows that will hold down the fabric and secure it in place. Now all the rows are finished of gold where I've done the slow stitch. And like all my projects, I like to add a little doily, a little interest. So I'm just going to go through some of my laces here and see which ones best fit. And then once I've decided on which ones I want, I will stitch them down with just white cotton. I end up deciding on these two, and I stitch them down. My project wouldn't be complete if I didn't dig into my button bin. I look in here to find some extra buttons to add a little bit of interest in that corner. I end up deciding on 3, and I stitch them down with sewing machine cotton. Now all the embellishments are sewn down, and we're going to get our second tree, and we're going to sew around 2 of the sides, leaving the bottom open. I chose not to do a sewing machine. I chose to do by hand and leave the raw edges. So again, you're going to sew around 2 of these 3 sides, and you're going to leave the bottom open. Now that the two sides are sewn together and the bottom is open, I'm going to grab these wooden dowels that I got at the dollar store. They're 1/4 inch diameter, 12 inches long. I'm going to use this for the stump of the tree. I'm going to use the fiber fill to fill the tree, filling it as firm as possible so that it keeps a nice triangular shape. Now that I've stuffed the tree firmly, I'm going to close up the bottom, making sure that the dowel is in the center of the tree, and I'm going to use clips to pin it in place, one on either side of the tree stump, and I'm ready to stitch it with cotton. You're going to want to stitch it twice just to make sure that it doesn't come undone, because there's a little bit of pressure that it's under. Now that the tree is finished, I've grabbed some thin jute and I'm going to make a little bow to put on the top. So I'm wrapping the jute around my finger 5 or 6 times, and then I'm going to take a second piece and I'm going to tie it in the middle to create a bow. And then what I will do is I will fluff out the sides and I will attach it to the top of the tree.